Okay, we are back in Legend Heroes Trails to Azure. Where we last left off, we did the quest with... well, we did all the quests, really. Famous Bell of Crossbell. So that was 19 years. So a lot of these are the same. So let's check out the IBC. Okay, that one's still closed. I don't know where to find Gilead Osborne. I didn't see any clues for him. And nothing with Hayway. Out of curiosity. That sucks. So that means the downtown guys will not have their dialogue reset. They'll still be hung up on Olivier.
よし、行くか。どこに行こうかな。
I don't remember where the
さあ、行くぞ。
pop here is supposed to be to go looking for it.
到着だ。
So that's still the same. So let's just make our way straight to the third floor. Over here. Key and I had a lot of fun at the unveiling ceremony today. If I really do get my eyesight back, I'd love to go see Orcus Tower with her again. Let's try the nurses. That's a repeat. Dr. Salen's young for a doctor. She's a veteran, yada yada. Her reputation's gone to a nosedive. You have no idea how much I want to see the unveilings. Forever since I had any time off. Here we are. Just to my surprise, his lordship and Dr. Salem have been friends for years now. It's like about seeing the doctor so chummy with the world leaders making me anxious. Life is full of surprises. It would seem we have company. If it isn't the special sports section. It's good to see you, your lordship. You too, Arios. So this is where you came after your visit with Shizuku. Yes, we were just saying hello to the doctor here. I want to take the opportunity to catch up with Salen now that she's been appointed here. Is that what you call this? Here I thought you were interrupting my work for a real reason. It's not as though you had to schedule this inspection now of all times. If you ask me, you would have been better served focusing completely on the trade conference. Shouldn't a guest of the state be a little more self-aware? You were never one to pull punches, were you, Salen? The Grand Prince sure has a lot of connections, doesn't he? You're right, he and Dr. Salen must go way back from the sound of it. I'm surprised myself. I can't imagine talking to like that to the head of a country. Doctor. What is it, Litten? You're making a fuss. It's an emergency. One of the patients in the lobby just collapsed. He's completely unconscious. That's not good. Bring him here, please, and quickly. Yes, your lordship. Is that our cue to step away, Arios? No, it'd be for the best. We would only get in the way of the examination. I disagree. Please stay. Until we know the details, we cannot say for sure that we won't need your help. How is he? He ain't looking too hot. It's gonna be cold if this keeps up. Give him a thorough checkup, but while this definitely falls under the umbrella of internal medicine, this cause eludes me. If we can just get a proper diagnosis, we can prescribe a suitable treatment. This is a race against time. We may be able to find the answer, but the question is whether we can do it fast enough. This condition is that critical? What should we do? Pardon me, may I interject? Do you have a suggestion, your lordship? This is about my gut feeling from the outset, Salent. I think these symptoms may be indicative of Riboten poisoning. Interesting, Riboten poisoning. To my knowledge, there's never been a documented case in Crossbell State. Still, you may be right. What's Riboten poisoning? This is the first I've heard of it. It's a rare condition caused by poisonous mushrooms that can only be found on the furthest reaches of the continent. The toxin itself is notoriously difficult to detect through conventional methods. However, the symptoms here are a perfect match, are they not? Yes, you're right. The simplest explanation would be that he ingested something transported from abroad. And there's the doc's stamp of approval. I'll be damned, Prince Albert, you nailed that one right on the head. Please, it was nothing. More importantly, now is not the time to relax. Ceylon, does the hospital have the necessary drugs to treat Riboten poisoning? No, and I just ran out of the requisite materials. If only we had them, I could synthesize a serum. Then we're back at square one. If that's the case, I would like to request the aid of Arios, as well as the ladies and gentlemen of the Triple S. I ask that you help find the ingredients needed to make that serum. Will you accept? Of course, your lordship. We can never decline a request when an innocent man's life is on the line. It's just one thing. Exactly what ingredients do we need to find? Allow me to explain. The antidote for Riboten poisoning has two key components. One is a medicinal herb known as antigrass. I believe you'll find it in the Mains Mountains. The other is a fungus referred to as the alma mushroom. You can likely find it in the nearby wooded areas. That's right, come to think of it, I've seen both of them down in the CGF's survival training zone. Arios, if you don't mind, I would like for you to head toward the mountains and retrieve our antigrass. I trust you'd be the most suited to handle yourself as an A-rank bracer in the event the search takes you off the beaten path. Understood? As for the alma mushroom, I'll go search for it myself, and I'd like the Triple S to accompany me. Yourself? Are you asking us to be your escorts, your lordship? I am, and with good reason. Alma mushrooms grow in habitats that are home to a host of other fungi, all of which are similar in size and shape. That makes them difficult to identify. You'll need a trained eye like mine to help you locate the correct variety. The reasoning is solid. Having an expert come along with us would save us both time and trouble. Are you sure you're alright with us taking over Arios' role as your bodyguards, though? Yeah, those are some pretty big shoes to fill. I must admit that I'm not entirely comfortable with the idea myself. Nonsense, our top priority is the health of the patient. If we're to procure an antidote as quickly as possible, this is the only way. You yourself have had nothing but good things to say about the Special Support Section's abilities, isn't that right? There's no cause for worry, my friend. I'll be certain to act with the utmost caution. And if you're truly so concerned, it's all the more reason to retrieve the antigrass and return as quickly as you can. Fine, have it your way. I'll be leaving for the Mains Mountain now. Don't let his lordship out of your sight, Triple S. You can count on us, Arios. We'll be sure to keep him safe. Then let's be off to the woodlands on Ursula Road, shall we? Ceylon, Linton, if you could prepare for the synthesization process while you monitor the patient's condition. I'm way ahead of you, Al. Best of luck out there, Triple S. So Lloyd and the others formally accept Prince Albert's urgent request. Parting ways with Arios, they took the Grand Prince's limousine to the woods of Ursula Road to search for the alma mushroom. So do we actually have to do anything here, or is this just like talking? You're seriously parking? Could have just stayed the way you were. I mean, we're not going to ticket you. There's no other cops out here. We will proceed on foot from this point on. Remain here and await our return. Yes, your lordship, please be careful. That goes for all of us. These woods have a ton of monsters creeping and crawling around. You're right. We're going to be doubly alert to protect his lordship. I can tell you're all more than qualified for the job. Now, as I explained earlier, many of the fungi here bear a striking resemblance to the alma mushroom we wish to find. I will be able to differentiate between them, so don't be afraid to point out any mushrooms you come across. Understood. We'll trust in your judgment on this one, your lordship. Shall I be off then? If I may interrupt, the limousine is also well furnished with first aid supplies. Return if you should require, and I'll patch you right up. Got it. Thanks in advance. Let's try our best not to get too banged up on this foraging trip. Prince Albert joined the party as a guest. If he's knocked out, it's game over. Well, that was annoying. Found a mushroom. What about this one? That's not an alma mushroom. Better luck with a different area. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can actually get the drop on these things, but... Okay, that's the first one I've actually managed to stun. mushroom? No, I can tell that much from its appearance alone. Back to the search.
Yeah.
Is this on the mushroom? Unfortunately not, though remarkably similar. It's a different species. No inside this species, I suppose. Let's look someplace else. Look at this one, your lordship isn't a match. Regret to inform you this is not, in fact, an alma mushroom. You're killing me. How hard can it be to find one stupid little fungus? Found a mushroom. What about this one, your lordship? Our search is over. I can guarantee without a shadow of a doubt that this is an alma mushroom. Really? Thank the goddess, we finally found one. Let's hurry and harvest it. So, in this case, like, I would want to drop spores of it in the surrounding area to get more of them. It's just, be aware the mushroom is actually the reproductive structure of the fungus. Usually the fungus's body will stay underground, so you can grow another mushroom if need be. You just gotta give it time. Now that the patient can receive... Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Now that patient can receive the treatment he needs. Would you look at all these monsters? We must have wandered into their turf. My word. Stay back, your lordship. We can handle this. Here they come. The only thing they're missing are the clowns on the unicycles.
Yosh!
That way we can deny them the crit. And this place is just a mess of stats effects right now. A glorious, glorious mess. Although that one's gonna be thawed by the time it finally gets... finally get another turn. Okay, good. Noel got another turn.
Yosh!
So remember, she has the luck quartz, in case you're wondering why I was trying to line stuff the way I did. That means we whiff. But she gets another turn. I don't remember if they actually have anything worthwhile. This guy has the 7 colored beads, which I don't think I have that many of. It's a payday. So we get 3 deluxe dumplings, which are pretty handy. And then I guess the other stuff are okay. We pulled through. Are you alright, your lordship? Yes, I'm still in one piece, thanks to you. That's a relief. Why did so many of them attack us all at once, anyhow? The alma mushroom and its lookalikes in the vicinity are all known to be part of the monster's diets. My most educated guess that they're simply responding to a perceived threat on their feeding grounds. That would explain it. In any case, what's important is that we can help the patient now. Well said. I imagine Arya should soon be finished with his end of things as well. Let's make our way back to the hospital. Afterward, Lloyd and the others return to St. Ursula with Prince Albert. The alma mushroom alongside the antigrass Arios had procured was then delivered to Dr. Salem to proceed to synthesize the antidote. I thought it was a serum. Make up your mind game. Stick with the alliteration or don't. I brought those mushrooms home with me as souvenirs. They were delicious, but I can't believe they were poisonous the whole time. How can I be so careless? Their exquisite flavor is precisely what makes those mushrooms so dangerous. I advise you to skip the strange fungi next time you're looking for souvenirs abroad. Though your life is no longer at risk, we'll need to keep you hospitalized for a while to monitor your progress. I understand. Wouldn't want there to be any nasty after effects, right? Thank you again, doctors. I thought I was a goner back there. If you want to thank anyone, it should be Arios, the Triple S, and Prince Albert. They're the ones who found the ingredients for the medicine that saved your life. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, everyone. I wouldn't be here if not for you. Never in my wildest dreams I think I had my life saved by Prince Albert of Riboten. It's incredible. Please, you give me too much credit. I merely confirmed the Triple S here found the correct mushroom for the antidote. All the recognition should go to them and Arios for their bravery in the field. You're too modest, your lordship. If memory serves, you and Dr. Salin earned your medical license at the same time. And though your life led to statecraft, I would say your skill and experience of medicine are no less than that of a doctor on the front lines. Wait, you're telling me the Grand Prince went to med school? I almost want to say it'd be strange if he didn't, since Ramfuria is the continent's leading nation in healthcare. I'm merely the studious sort is all. I had the privilege of observing a few of Salin's surgeries when she was still in Riboten. The knowledge I gained from those days just happened to come in handy. I hardly deserve any acclaim for that. If anything, I was only sticking myself in where I didn't belong. Inconvenience at best. It was the cooperation between the hospital staff, Arios, and the Triple S that saved the patient's life. I should be thankful I was here to witness it as part of my inspection. Oh well, you need to learn to take a compliment every now and then. Anyhow, speaking of that inspection, don't you think it's time to wrap it up? After all, you have a trade conference tomorrow to prepare for, am I wrong? That eager to get me out of the door, are you, Silent? However, you do have a point. I suppose it's time for me to say my goodbyes for now. Arios, may I ask that you escort me back to the state guest house? Of course. We'll be leaving now, Triple S. I advise you don't let your guard down between now and the end of the trade conference. We won't, Arios. We're ready for whatever tomorrow has in store for us. Thanks for all your help today, too. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you the best of luck with your duties. Rest assured that you'll have one more fan in that conference room. Thank you, your lordship. We won't let you down. It's rare to see a case of Riboten poisoning in crossbills. The mushroom originates from only grows abroad. I was racking my brain for the answer, but Al spotted it right away. He's always been very knowledgeable about these things. Guess I owe him this one this time. Still, he is Ramfuria's head of state. He shouldn't be expected to handle at least this much. The way they arrange their prepositions here keeps throwing me for loops, if you can't tell. The medicine mix is starting to take effect, and his condition is stabilized. He should be fine for the time being. That aside, isn't his lordship's medical knowledge impressive? Truth be told, it makes me want to study it more. I brought those mushrooms home with me as souvenirs. They were delicious, not to mention poisonous, as it turns out. I can't believe I was so careless. I have to watch what I eat next time I go on vacation. If it's not sold in a sealed package, I won't even take a bite. It's just eating mushrooms in general is a bad idea. In all seriousness, for cases like that, it's usually people looking for magic mushrooms and literally biting off more than they can chew. So let's peek over here, see if there's anything. So yeah, since we stumbled across yet another quest, I will probably put a break here. We'll go to Crossbell and report it. I highly doubt I'm going to get a promotion, but there's a chance this thing was worth a little bit. Over here. See? Okay, so this one will just be a short video, and then next time we'll go to the airport like we're supposed to if I don't find anything else of interest. Anyway, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.